Oh, I'm recording right now. Hello, creatures, and welcome back to Tears of the Kingdom. I want to talk about something that I think is kind of a really big, important detail about not just Tears of the Kingdom, but games in general that is kind of starting to happen. I have probably a very unpopular opinion here, but I think flying machines and fast travel are ruining our appreciation of games of this scale. Now, I say that especially because of what Tears of the Kingdom is. It is a massive open world game where we can just run around and kind of create our own adventure. And I think Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild have done that better than just about any game that I've played in a very long time. For example, I just walked through this little cave area and I already see a little point that I want to head off to. And that is absolutely perfect because just simply walking around the world gives me a big open experience and lets me kind of build my own adventure. Oh, I don't think I'm actually going to make it over there before the sun rises. Go, 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 go. All right, I also want to say this. I think it's very important to mention that I don't actually hate fast travel or the flying machines. I actually think they're an amazing addition to the game. But I think our use of fast travel and flying machines might be hurting our general love for the game. Because, well, I don't know about you, but this is the first time that I've actually stopped and taken a look at Goron City or any of the other natural buildings all around the world. I've been on an absolute grind trying to finish collecting all of the Korok seeds, and with that, I haven't been doing a lot of actually traveling the world and kind of like checking out the smaller side objectives or anything that doesn't have a massive check mark above it, you know, like the collecting 1,000 Korok seeds. Oh, I'm about to fall off. But seriously, when you get a second to stop and look at everything, I mean, there's a lot of pieces in this world that I got to experience very briefly because I got to look at all of the Korok seed puzzles that kind of actually took me to certain spots. But I was in such a rush to try and complete everything. I'm not even fully completed. You can see I'm at, what, 67, almost 68% completion, and that's mostly Korok seeds. Everything else is kind of just I'll find it when I get there kind of situation. But let's take a look at this for a quick example. I'm gonna go ahead and build this little flyer. Made a little 4-piece flyer so that way I can do the Korok puzzles as quick as possible. It works really well. I could put up a build video if it was actually something that anyone wanted to see, but it's really a lot more tricky than any other, like just the 2 flyer piece. But we take this little flyer and now we're up above everything and we can pretty much see exactly where we want to go and everything that we want to go and accomplish. But a large part of what I would say was a big part of completing Breath of the Wild was kind of charting your path, making a way through the land. And now it's literally a straight path for most of these. There's a couple of shrines that are underground that you have to go and find the cave to. But for, like, I don't have to walk past this structure or this I don't know, this bokoblin camp over here. I don't even have to deal with them because I can just fly straight past and over them. I can go exactly to where I need to go. And now that I have fast travel points to all of these shrines, I very frequently just travel there immediately. Now, it saves a ton of time. It sure does. And I don't have a lot of time, having some like 3 or 4 jobs at this point. Not actually exaggerating too much there. I don't have a ton of time to travel between one place to the other, especially when I forget one small detail or something that I needed. But I find so frequently that I'm running over places like this section over here. That was a big time investment and felt like a huge reward to solve near the end. Whereas now, I just plop down a Zonai device and fly straight to the solution. Some of these are clear out the whole camp, do yada yada, but a lot of them are just simply solved by one Zonai puzzle piece being placed. Ooh, hey look. I'm not going to pick up the Korok seed here because, well, I need to make sure that I check it off on my list. That's another whole separate topic that I think might need some work. The 100% completion of this game almost feels more like a chore than an actual, like, I don't know. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm about to run out of energy. This 4-fan flyer really does eat up some energy, and I'm not utilizing any of the Zonai armor that I should be using. But yeah, the 100% completion of this game started to feel a bit more like a chore than an actually enjoyable quest. And I don't know. It extends the gameplay by like several hours. or even days at that point. But is it fun? Is it fun at that point is the real question I have. Are these massive overarching games with massive amounts of checklist items actually fun once you try to complete everything? I don't know. I don't think that there's a good solid answer to that. But yeah, with this example of just simply flying across the skies and everything, I've flown over so many little checkpoints back there that I could have walked past and maybe enjoyed, or utilized a horse for slightly faster but still on the ground travel. I think that I need to change how I play a game like this and not just use the easiest solution. I mean, even over here in the starting area, there are so many little details in this area that were kind of like they're starting zone items that you almost shouldn't miss. Like, I don't even remember who the quest line is, but there's a quest line lady over here, or all of these little sign situations over here. So many starting area situations that give you helpful tips and like where to go, new side quests to go on. But because we are in such a rush to either complete the game or get to the next objective, I feel like a lot of us miss a lot of these starting zone helpful items. All right, let's switch over to the next zone item that I think might make this slightly better. This one does actually have a build video, so if you want to check that out, I'm sure it'll be linked somewhere. But yeah, this is probably my favorite little get around the place build I have. Ooh, I need to actually activate it so that way I can stand on it. Sometimes the stick gets a little funky. But yeah, this is basically the super simple motorcycle that I use to get around, so that way I'm still on the ground. I think that's the real issue, is if I were actually traveling on ground instead of just utilizing air travel the whole time or fast travel, I might see a lot more of these details. I can't honestly place what I find so appealing about not necessarily a speedrunner style of playing the game, because I'm not at all on speedrunner levels, because I'm still trying to complete a bunch of things and enjoy it a little bit. But there is something about trying to do it the most efficient way possible and just completely skipping stuff that doesn't seem like it'll actually be important. Like this camp, it might have an item inside of it or something, so I could actually go in and fight it, but it's not important to completing the story or even necessarily the 100% map completion. All I have to do is fly by it. I don't have to enjoy the challenge of fighting those things, and even then, I fought them hundreds of times. I don't know, switching to full land-based travel and then just kind of picking a destination and figuring out how to get there, I think that's something that Tears of the Kingdom it fixed and also is creating another problem with, right? Oh, I just lost the wheel. I've honestly just been driving for a good, like, I don't know, I think it's been like 5 or 6 minutes. Obviously, you didn't see that part because I cut it out, but really, I've just been driving nonstop and kind of enjoying the ride. I think this video is more specifically a commentary on how I play myself, and let me know, please, like in the comments, is this something that you feel you do when you're playing games like this? Do you feel that you need to complete it in an efficient time, in an efficient route, or do you actually have enough time to enjoy a game and just play it leisurely? I think this is much more a commentary and reminder to myself that I don't have to complete every game in the most efficient route possible if I'm enjoying my time playing it. Ooh. You see, I didn't even see this before. I'm heading to the Zora zone. I didn't know this was here. This is a nice little detail that looks kind of cool and like kind of builds out the world a little bit. I think I played this game wrong or something. I think that might have been what I did personally, because I didn't even know that was some sort of route that was there. I just always flew straight to the next designated location. I think in the next set of games that I play after Tears of the Kingdom, or even for completing the Korok Seed route, I'm gonna try and take it a little bit more slow, enjoy the path, take it as a fun, solve the problem game instead of a cheat the game and do it. Ooh, about to run off into the ocean. And stop trying to do everything super efficiently, I think, is what I need to remind myself of. And maybe this is also a reminder to you, just because you don't have 1,000 hours to play. Oh, well, we're here now. Maybe you'll enjoy a game just a tiny bit more if you take the slow path to get to your destination and actually enjoy some of the stuff like a lot of people spent a lot of time building this map out for Breath of the Wild, really, but they added extra stuff to it for Tears of the Kingdom. Like, take the slow route. Don't just go hyper efficiency straight to the point. I feel like we're all missing a lot of details in this game that someone wanted us to see. Anyways, if you enjoyed this rant of a video and you want to see maybe some more fun gameplay videos of me kind of experimenting with builds and getting some more detailed items built up, for example, I'm working on a new walker system, so we're going to see if I can actually build something that is almost revolutionary or just show you some new tips and tricks of things that have already been discovered. Make sure to get subscribed, like the video, and check out this one that's coming up. I hope to see all of you creatures in the next one. Bye-bye. I'd love to give a quick shout out to all the channel members. I'm Afralian, Pasta Luke, Lady9F1, Todd Gyron. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. It means everything to me and brings my dream of being a full content creator one step closer. Bye-bye.